So 6050 kilohertz. The how should I call it? Remaining frequency of what was once a major shortwave broadcaster, HCJB 6050. Not too bad tonight here in Montreal. The last frequency coming out of Ecuador. So much memories for probably a lot of shortwave listeners. DX Party Line, Música de Ecuador, the musical mailbag, and so many shows that were part of our shortwave listening back then. It's just amazing. And some people are telling me, yeah, well, it was a Christian broadcaster. It is. And they had an agenda, which was to have us believe in Jesus and all of that. But and they do have a past that's not that cool about taking indigenous Ecuadorian population and putting them into what is a Christian life, which it's not all beautiful, and nobody should force anybody into any religion. Just gonna say, you can believe in your God, you can believe what you want. Don't force it on anyone. That's not the way to do it. But as a guy that grew up listening to shortwave starting in 1982, I came across, like a lot of shortwave listeners, to HCJB, and they had some Christian programming, but they had some cool programming also, and we were in there. And I mean, we enjoyed listening to some of their programs, and I remember as a teenager in 1982 from Montreal, Canada, that never had traveled anything in the world. Ecuador was like an exotic place, it's like Radio RSA from South Africa. It's like, wow, such exotic countries that I wish I'd go and visit. And when I still hear this voice, so much memories, so many memories. Clayton Howard and John Beck and so many others. Rich McVicker, which is in my Facebook friends. They were voices that were coming out of that exotic country of Ecuador in South America. Just so cool. And yeah, these are some of our memories back in the day. I'm glad of 6050 coming in usually well here in Montreal. But I think we all miss some of our favorite stations, and HCJB's programming is part of it, definitely. I still remember riding in, and I had started guitar lessons, and I told him that I was starting guitar lessons. And about a year and a half, 2 years later, I wrote in a reception report, and I still remember they have read it on the air, and that I don't know who it was. One of the guys there were saying, "Oh yeah, and I remember he was starting guitar lessons," and it was like, they don't just read listeners' letters; they take note of who they are, and that was cool. They took time to to understand who we were. It was really cool. Of course, I was an index member, like a lot of people getting that index bulletin. Man, such cool shortwave memories. So 6050, Quito, Ecuador, HCJB.